Julie Ellender here yet again with another art journal tutorial. Today I just have my little notepad here, and as you can see I've sketched a tree on it with just a plain old black pen. This is basically what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do today. I painted a picture, or did a picture in my art journal, and it was a tree with a mama bird sitting in it. And I had a request from one of the people on one of the art Facebook groups that I'm in on how to do a tutorial on how to do trees. I've had this requested before, so I thought I would go ahead and show you guys how I do my trees. Now, the first thing that you want to remember is that you really want to draw your tree or paint your tree the way that it grows, which is going straight up. And what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to do a tree down the middle of this paper. So you always want to start with the roots first, and go outside and look at your trees in your backyard, in your front yard, wherever there are trees, and really look at them. Now what I do first is I do a little bump there and a little bump there, and I have my roots right here. And this is going to be a really rough looking tree. Now, those are your roots, and I'm just going to do my tree trunk like this. And notice the start of the trunk, it curves up from the roots, because your trees aren't squared off, they don't grow that way. And sometimes you'll notice there's always, depending on the type of tree, there might be like a little bump on the tree. I don't know what that's called. Not a botanist, I don't know. And now we're going to start on the branches. So for the branches, this is what I do. So I'll draw a triangle right there. There's our little triangle coming out. And because the branches always start coming out thicker. And you just taper that off. And then there's going to be like an elbow, like a joint. And you taper that off. There's the twig. And these are going to be, I'm just going to work on the main branches first. So triangle, joint, taper, maybe another little joint right there, triangle, joint, joint, joint. And if you need to make little dots, you can do that as well for your joints. I did another video before this, and I had to redo this because I realized that what I was drawing was not in frame. So that's why I had the previous drawing that you guys saw. So we're going to go up, joint, 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 taper off. And you see it's starting to kind of look like a hand. Triangle, joint, 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 joint. And we might do one a little bit lower here. Triangle, taper off, joint, joint, joint. Okay, so this is my method. This was how I taught myself. This is kind of how I learned. So I'm gonna start on the right side, my right here, and you'll see it's gonna fan out. So I'm gonna start right here, and I'm not gonna do the triangle on these branches because they're not as thick. I'm using a glazed pen, if anybody's wondering, and it's a little sticky, so if I get smudges on this, that's why. So we're gonna do that branch. Okay, and now I'm gonna come back, staying on the right side, and we're gonna have these branches branch off, no pun intended. And if it doesn't look perfect, that's fine. No tree is perfect. If you'll notice on these branches, I only do one little joint right there. And now we're gonna come back again and draw one that branches off on these. And if they overlap, that's fine, because if you look at trees, the branches tend to overlap, obviously. And now I fill up, as you can tell, the method here is that I fill up going to one side and then I'll fill up coming back to this side. That one came out looking a little bit like a lightning strike. And you just add more branches as you go along. I don't know about you guys, you know, it's really frustrating to me when I have trouble drawing something and somebody says, oh, but it's really, really easy. And you're like, well, if it was so easy, why can't I do it? It's frustrating. And I totally get that. That's kind of why I wanted to do this tutorial, because I used to be so frustrated drawing trees. And my mother, who is a fine artist, showed me how to draw trees. And that was the one thing, you know, not the one and only thing, sorry, Mom. But it's one of the main things that I learned from her that I remembered well was you paint and draw trees the way that they grow. And that really stuck with me. Okay, so now blow on that a little bit. We're gonna come back and do this side on the left. Whoops. And I'm just gonna fill this in with a bunch of branches. And I'm gonna do one right here because I noticed I'm looking at the tree in my backyard and there's a branch that it kind of juts straight out. All right, and as you go along, you'll see more branches and more places to put branches. Okay, and there is my sketchy tree right there. I hold that up because it's got a bit of a glare on it. So that's my sketchy tree. Now, if you wanted to add leaves on it, you can do things really fun. Like you can add little dots like that all over the tree. I usually add like 3 to a branch, or you can do like on this branch a little leaf like that. And again, I usually do 3 to a branch on one side. Let me back that up a little bit. So there's the tree that I sketched. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my watercolor here. I'm gonna do some watercoloring. I'm gonna grab my thin brush here that I have. And this is gonna be a little crude as well. All right, I'm gonna speed this up for you guys. There's my painted tree. It's you know, it's rough, but it works. So that's what I wanted to show you guys tonight, because I know you know, some people struggle drawing trees, and I used to struggle in the past. So like I said, I know how frustrating it can be, and I just wanted to do this for you guys so you could see how I do it. You know, this method may work for you, it may not. You know, if you find somebody on YouTube that can do it better, by all means, find them, let me know, because I'd like to see somebody else's method too. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.